Hello students, this is Abhijit Shah from SNCS. Today we will discuss about one geography topic, weather and climate. So weather is the name given to the changing conditions of the atmosphere or air which surrounds the earth. So weather actually name given to the changing condition of the atmosphere. Okay, so atmospheric condition is not stay as a same manner. So weather conditions include winds, storms, rain, snow, temperature, humidity and sunshine. So these all atmospheric phenomenon are under this weather. Hence, weather can be defined as the day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at any place as regards temperature, pressure, rainfall, winds and humidity. So weather is a day-to-day phenomena. Weather may be changed from one day to another day, or in a day the weather may be changed with the time. Weather is never static and hence cannot be generalized. Okay, weather is never static, it is not fixed. Weather may vary from place to place and it may be raining heavily in one part but may be sunny in the other part. So it may be that in the morning the weather will be rainy, but in the evening it will be hot. Okay, so therefore weather can be subject to change as it is affected by the factors like altitude and water bodies, and the weather is affected by altitudes of the place and the water bodies, amount of water bodies. So what are the difference between weather and climate? Okay, so weather is the name given to the day-to-day condition of the atmosphere which surrounds the earth. Okay, so this is day-to-day phenomena. The weather conditions may include, and there have include wind, temperature, storm, rain, snow and sunshine, and daily weather is predicted by meteorologists based on the daily records of atmospheric conditions at the weather station. So weathering condition is predicted by the meteorologist and they give us the information regarding weather of today or tomorrow. On the other hand, when we speak of climate, we mean the average atmospheric condition of an area. So in the other hand, in the sense of climate, it is not a day-to-day phenomena. It is the average of the weather condition of a place. So average atmospheric condition of an area over a considerable time, and the time that for the climate average is a minimum period of 30 years. So this is the average condition of weather of 30 years. Okay, minimum 30 years average condition of weather is called as climate. Climate involves the systematic observation, recording and processing of the various elements of climate: air pressure, humidity, wind, clouds and sunshine before any standardized of the climate. So climate is also give us the information regarding same element, that pressure, climate, wind. So the difference is that this is the 30 years average condition. The climate of Malaysia is described as hot and wet equatorial type. So hence climate is defined as the average weather conditions of the temperature, atmospheric pressure, winds, humidity and precipitation of a large area over a long period of nearly 30 years. So this is the average of nearly 30 years. Weather forecasting. So another term is there, weather forecasting. Meteorology is a science that deals with the study of weather. So in geography there have another branch, the name is meteorology. Those are only deals with the weather condition of a place. Okay, so meteorologists are the scientists who study the weather condition, and weather forecast is issued by the country's meteorological department, and they have separate department, meteorological department. They gave us the information regarding weather of today or weather of the future, that tomorrow or day after tomorrow. We often hear those weather forecasts on radio and television, and we can give the information regarding upcoming 24 hours weather condition, and their reports are based on the data collected by weather bureaus or meteorological stations. So they give us the information on the base of their previous data. There are various weather instruments to gather a wide range of data on the basis of which the weather maps are prepared. So they use various weather instruments for measuring the rainfall, measuring the humidity. For the measurement of this, they use various instruments. Ships, weather rockets, weather balloons and weather satellites are used to monitor the daily weather, and they also use the weather rockets, weather balloons and weather satellites for collecting the weather information. Geostationary operational environmental satellite, those are called as GEOS. Geostationary operational environmental satellite provides continuous monitoring of the atmospheric conditions such as tornadoes, flash flood, hailstorm and hurricanes. So geostationary operation environmental satellite, one kind of satellite, they provides continuous monitoring of the atmospheric condition. They give us the information of atmosphere continuously, as that if there have any kind of tornado or flash flood or hailstorm or hurricane, they give us the information regarding this. In addition, they include warning of hazardous weather such as heavy rain, flood, snowfall or strong winds. Most national forecasts predict weather reports for their own countries, and they focus on that aspect which has the most impact on their country. Example, rainfall, temperature forecasting in India and hurricane forecasting in North America. So they give us the information of future forecast. Okay, what will be the condition up to or upcoming 24 hours or 48 hours. So elements of weather and climate. So what are the elements of weather and climate? Weather and climate of a place of or region are based on various elements like temperature, pressure, winds, precipitation, humidity, etc. The envelope of air that surrounds the earth is called atmosphere. So we already know that the surrounding of the earth is covered with one invisible layer which is called as atmosphere, and earth is the only planet that is situated at an appropriate distance from the sun and has an atmospheric condition of gases like oxygen, nitrogen and carbon dioxide. So only earth have the atmosphere, and there have the various gases like oxygen, nitrogen and carbon dioxide, and these are very helpful for the human beings or living organs. All these factors are responsible for existence of life on earth, and these are the factors that are responsible for the existence of the life on earth. The daily activities and economic activities of man like communication, electronic services, food and clothes, etc. depend on the element of weather and atmospheric conditions. Hence, a careful study of each of the elements will help us to understand the very nature of these essential elements. The important element of weather and climate are as follows. So what are the elements? Those are try to regulate the weather condition or climatic condition, that the temperature, atmospheric pressure, prevailing winds, humidity, precipitation, sunshine and clouds. These are the factors, okay, or these are the elements of the weather and climate. So first is temperature. So temperature is the measure of how hot or cold a thing or a place is. So what is the condition that it is hot or cold? So this is denoted as temperature. Temperatures vary greatly throughout the world due to various reasons, and there have also some reason for the fluctuation of temperature, that there are various factors that affect temperature, that latitude, altitude, nearness to the sea, terrain, ocean currents, soil, winds, season, time of the day and even vegetation. These all are the factors of the controlling of temperature, and temperature is measured with the help of thermometer, and we can measure the temperature of a place with the help of thermometer. Next is atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is the pressure exerted by the weight of atmosphere on the earth's surface. So this is give us the information of the pressure of air, and this pressure varies from place to place and also from time to time, and this also varies with place to place and from time to time. We are surrounded by air on earth, but we do not see it, yet we feel the pressure of air. So we cannot see the pressure of wind, we can feel the pressure of air, and therefore air pressure and winds are invisible elements of weather which influence the components of weather, that is temperature and humidity. Next is the variation in the air pressure from place to place occur due to differential heating of the atmosphere, and this causes the movement of winds, and the pressure is also regulated by the temperature of the place, and this causes the movement of winds which serve as mean of transporting heat and moisture from one region to another region, because that with the temperature variation, somewhere high pressure is situated, somewhere low pressure is situated, and that's for due to this difference from high pressure to low pressure, the wind is blown from one place to another place. So like any other materials, objects, the air also has weight, and this is evident while we are walking on driving against the wind. This is because air is a mixture of gases. So air is a mixture of gases, and force exerted by column of air on the earth's surface is known as atmospheric pressure. The amount of pressure exerted by air at a particular point is determined by two factors. So there are two factors, one is temperature, another is density. Atmospheric pressure decreases, so the main factors of pressure is two, temperature and density. Atmospheric pressure decreases with increasing in altitude. It is also inversely proportionate to the temperature, because the higher the temperature and the lower the pressure, and vice versa. The atmospheric pressure is measured most accurately of mercury barometer. With the help of mercury barometer, we can easily measure the atmospheric pressure, and the standard sea level pressure is given as 1034 gram per square centimeter and at sea level, and this pressure is equivalent to 29.92 inches or 76 millimeters. So next is prevailing winds. Wind direction also affect the temperature of a place, and winds coming from warmer areas would increase the temperature of a region, and while the winds coming from a cooler region decreases the temperature. Example, winds blowing from hot regions like deserts increase the temperature, while those blowing from polar region decrease the temperature. So wind blowing from hot region to hot region like from desert increase to the temperature, and while those blowing from polar region, so wind is always blowing from high pressure to low pressure region, and in this way the prevailing wind is arise. Next is humidity. Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere, and humidity varies greatly from place to place as well as from time to time. The actual amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere is called absolute humidity. So absolute humidity is that what is the actual amount of water vapor in the air. It is denoted as absolute humidity, and it is measured in grams per cubic meter, and the measurement is gram per cubic meter. That means how many grams water vapor are situated in a cubic meter air. And in weather recording, we measure a different type of humidity known as relative humidity, and another kind of humidity, this is relative humidity. And what that it is the ratio between the actual amount of water vapor present in the air and total amount of air can hold at a given temperature. So this is a ratio. With this we can measure the relative humidity, and what is the ratio, that the ratio in between actual amount of water vapor and the total amount of air can hold at a given temperature. The relative humidity is expressed in percentage, and relative humidity is always expressed as a percentage. Next is precipitation. Precipitation is defined as water in liquid of solid from falling to the earth, and it can be termed as deposition of atmospheric moisture and in the most important phase of the hydrological cycle. So precipitation is that when any kind of water particles they fall down into the earth from the sky, they are called as precipitation. The atmospheric moisture may be precipitated either in solid or liquid state, and the precipitation it will be held as a solid, that means snow, hail, this, and a liquid means that rain, drizzle, like this. Next is sunshine. Sunshine is determined by the season and latitude of a place and amount of cloud cover in the sky. Places near the tropic experiences plenty of sunshine as compared to places in the higher temperature latitudes, and during summer there are longer hours of sunshine, and sunshine is also varies from one latitude to another latitude, that in the equatorial region always they take the sunshine vertically, and in the polar region the amount of sunshine is very less. Beside the above mentioned factors that affect weather there are elements such as haze, mist and fog that reduce visibility, and when there have the fog, mist, they actually reduce the visibility of us. Next is clouds. A cloud is a mass of small water droplets or tiny ice crystals that float in the air, and when the temperature of air is below dew point, the water vapor condenses into small droplets of water around small particles such as dust or smoke, and because the water vapors, they actually stay in the atmosphere with the help of dust and smoke, and these tiny impurities are called condensation nuclei, and they are called as condensation nuclei, and with the help of this condensation nuclei, water can stay in the atmosphere. Without this condensation nuclei, the clouds cannot form. So in atmosphere there should be the condensation nuclei. Clouds look white because the droplets and crystals scattered light, and when clouds block the sun, they look gray in color. The clouds are classified as given. So the clouds may be classified into some part, that cirrus cloud, cumulus cloud, stratus cloud, nimbus cloud. So these are looks like different, and they actually situated in different altitude. Different name based on their shape and height. So they are named as different way as their shape and height and where they are formed. Like example of cloud is that cirrus, cumulus, stratus, nimbostratus, like this.